What's up everyone, Zero here. So I wanted to make a video real quick explaining kind of what's happening because the PTR is a mess right now. Everything's bugged. They didn't let us start with any of the new items that they put into the game, so nobody can really test them. Bunch of different builds. I would actually say it's across the board got a big damage nerf. I'm not a big spreadsheet guy. Like, I can do the math, and I just don't really feel like sitting down for a video game and plugging stuff into a spreadsheet and doing this multiplier and this multiplier. Like, I have better things to do with my time. I want to get in, read the stats on the item, throw them on. If it feels good, run it. If not, go on to the next. I've been playing D2 a lot since the PTR has been trash, and I'm still waiting on the Last Epoch cycle. And I noticed something with this. Yes, it's instance based and it's not an open world. There are a lot of people in here that do not mind. They start a game, they get a group of people together, and they run the same instances over and over and over again. That's the grind, right? You do Cal levels, you do Bale, you do Mephisto. And they're still, this game is 20 years old, and they're still doing it. The game is still really popular. The developers keep saying that they want to make Diablo 4 like D2, right? They want to keep pulling these different things from D2. But where they fucked up is they're rushing people to an end game that isn't there. And then once people get there, they're like, well, what do we do now? Because there's no end game. So the focus should be on creating content that matches the level so that there's an even progression through the game, so that you make choices that start to make you feel powerful throughout the game. Like in this game, you go through, you do your quests, you get your skill points, you get some items that start making you feel a little bit more powerful, and the world kind of matches your progression as you go through. Then you get to Nightmare, and then you run these instances, right? You can keep running Tal Rasha's Tomb, you can keep running Tristram, you can do the cow level, you can do the boss runs. There's like a bunch of different stuff. And so the group finder, the instance base, and the way that the world matches your level progression makes this game feel good still. And it's something that D4 is lacking so much. I mean, you can go on right now and find 100 videos of people doing trillions of damage. Trillions, because everything's bugged. And what's happening is the creators of this game are so worried that people are complaining, oh, it takes too long to get to level 100. Do you know how long it takes to get a character to level 99 in this game? It takes a long time. Like, you got to do a lot of runs. I remember back in the day, I mean, I don't think I would play it. I mean, I would play for hours a day. We would just get high and play, and it was just fun. And it would take me a long time to get a character to level 99. But you know what's, we didn't mind doing it because it was fun getting there. And that's the problem with Diablo 4. For a while, I was thinking like, oh, they just need to add some endgame like PoE, but it's not that at all, because PoE does the same thing. As you progress through the campaign and you get to maps, like, the world matches your progression. And then once you get to the end game, yeah, they have a plethora of different league mechanics that you can participate in, which make it extremely fun because you can kind of make your own game out of all the league mechanics. This game's a little bit more limited to that. On the way to max level, it feels good. And that's the problem. The reason why you see what they're doing is they keep buffing stuff, and they're like, oh my god, that's too powerful, let's nerf everything. Oh, that's too bad, everybody's leaving, let's make it more powerful. They keep going back and forth because the beginning of the game to the end game is just trash. There's no, like, you do your little quests as you go through the campaign, but there's no like rewards for it really. All the rewards are shit. Here you get like skill points and all this stuff. Like, they just placed all these statues of Lilith around, and they're like, oh yeah, people are going to want to do this every season. And it's like, no, they're not. It's boring. Right now, there's a lot of blowback about the PTR. You can go in if you want and play a build that's going to do trillions of damage, but you know that's going to get nerfed by the time the season's out. It really feels like they just have a bunch of people plugging random numbers in to items and just throwing it out there without even testing it. And that's kind of scary. I'm really, really hoping that the expansion is not going to be like this, because from what I'm seeing right now, they aren't testing this stuff at all. They're just having people create these ideas that sound good. Maybe they look good on paper, but when they actually plug it in to their own system that they created, everything just blows up. I know that this is just the PTR and that's what it's for, but the fact that they gave us the PTR without any of the new items, with a bunch of bugs in it, like, I'm not talking about like, oh, there's a couple of bugs here, a couple of bugs there, which is to be expected when you're testing like new content, but I mean like everything is bad. I don't think I'm going to play the PTR anymore. To me, it's just kind of a waste of time because I don't feel like grinding 12 hours a day just to get some new uniques that should have already been given to me to test, just to have them deleted a couple days later. I know a lot of other people feel the same way. So I'm just going to continue to mess with D2 until the Last Epoch 1.1 comes out. They're adding a bunch of new stuff into there. They have this new Harbinger system that looks fucking dope. It's like a new faction that they created, and like you progress through like a boss system and then you fight like this boss at the end. It looks really cool. So I really want to test that out. I'm going to make like a paladin build and a sorcerer build. And then, yeah, I'm going to create some content for that. You know, obviously I'm going to continue to keep putting videos out and stuff. I just kind of wanted to let you guys know why I haven't been creating any content for the PTR, but it's a mess right now. It's really bad. There's really no telling what's going to happen. Since all the builds swing so wild, like some are doing trillions of damage, some aren't doing any damage, like there's no point in testing it because it's all going to get drastically changed. So I don't think that anybody's going to be able to create any build guides for season 5. Maybe have some like general ideas you can theory craft when they talk about the changes that they're going to make, I guess. But as far as like real testing, you're not going to be able to do it. So yeah, that's it. Stay tuned. I'm going to be putting out some Last Epoch content. And then obviously the new PoE is going to come out. PoE 3.25 is going to come out. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure they're going to do something cool. GGG is like on point with that shit. I know Necropolis was kind of a miss for a lot of people, but I still love it. I just don't fuck with the graveyard at all. And I still had fun. So yeah, that's it. Stay tuned. There's plenty more to come. If you guys enjoy the videos, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.